Hello.
Let me turn it on.
Good evening, everybody. Hopefully, everyone has had an awesome Saturday. Uh, you know, in the midst of all of this heat.
All of it, yes.
Yeah, in the midst of all of this heat. But God is good, right? You know,
Okay.
have to take the bitter with the sweet. Do you hear any music or anything?
I didn't hear, no. Let me see if I can hear the music real quick.
I mean, I don't hear any from where I'm hearing. I mean,
Testing, testing. I don't hear music at all.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, hello,
Oh,
dear.
here's your phone. Hello, hello.
How are you? Oh, thank you.
I am doing great.
Thank you. Thank you. It seemed like it seemed like it took a long time to get to this day. You know, we do this every Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It seemed like it took a long time.
Last time did we do this?
Last Saturday.
That was the wrong answer. I was trying not to say.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But it's good. It's good.
We actually did. We did two of them Saturday. We did the one at the Scissortail Park,
Okay.
and we did that night.
Yes, we did. We
We
did
did two
Saturdays.
last Saturday. Yes.
Yeah, and you know, and I'm podcasting every morning,
Yeah, you're doing it every morning.
7 o'clock, and so I guess that's the reason why it seems
It
like
could be why it looked like you're
seems
doing.
like we haven't been here,
Yeah.
you know, but that's just every once a week,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Mine's is 7.
7 days.
Hey, it is what
I
it
remember when
is.
I did it.
Yeah.
I started out every day,
Yeah,
and I kind of got. It wasn't burnt out.
Yeah.
So I went to 3 days a week. I
you went
felt
to
better.
3.
Well, doing it every day was cool, but it was too much.
Okay.
And then I ended up going 3, and it was like a level place that was comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, that way I had time in between
Yeah.
to kind of study and
Yeah.
figure out what I wanted to do. But
You know, yours was. I mean, you were doing. I think you were on for an hour or something like
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm doing every morning is like just maybe 5, 6.
we'll pray that you're going to get on,
Minutes.
and we're going to just get the morning people. You know, there is people that get up early in the morning.
Yeah, mine is 7
That
o'clock,
early,
and I know that is probably when people are commuting to work. They're going to work, and
that's when they need to hear something.
and all of that, and so hopefully,
Inspiring
hey,
word on the way to work, and
get a
they got
chance,
their little word in, and
get
then
that morning manna in.
yeah,
You know,
pretty
so
cool.
those of you that are listening, 7 o'clock every morning, just a word from God, a fresh word, just like they had fresh manna every morning.
Mm-hmm.
That's what God is.
So if y'all want to get on 7 o'clock and interact with him, and then because if they interact, that's when they stay longer.
Don't listen to her.
They stay longer when they interact.
Don't
Ask
listen.
questions, hard ones too, when you do.
Listen.
7 o'clock.
Well, mine.
Your mind is more bright in the morning.
Mine is
so
an
there'd be more deep questions.
inspirational
Well, they may
podcast
have some
that's
questions
giving them the
about-
strength and a word for today to hold on to. Give them a challenge.
Yes.
Declarations. Prayer, and then that's what that is. It's,
Cool. Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to change.
All right. I know. I see you. I see you. All right. What we got going on this
We're
evening?
going to talk about, it's part of the cage. Part of the cage is spiritual memories and holistic.
Yeah.
We're talking about the cage experience. Well, today we're going to talk about eating right
Okay.
and swapping foods to make
Okay.
and not change your way you eat. You keep the way you eat, but to swap out things to make it more healthy.
Okay. Swap it out for healthier things.
Healthier
Okay.
ingredients,
Okay.
healthier different types of things. I can really name the categories once you get started of the
Okay.
different things you can swipe out.
Okay.
It's just teaching people how to eat. We're in a season that obesity
Mm-hmm.
is really huge.
It's a thing. Yes, it is.
It's a thing, and just because you're skinny doesn't mean you're healthy either.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
But I just want to awaken people and understanding how health is very important, especially in these days.
Mhm.
It's always been important,
Yeah.
but things is getting worse now.
Well, there's a lot of genetically modified stuff.
Everything
There's
is
a lot
just
of
messed up.
thing injected, things sprayed.
Yeah.
And all of that. And sometimes we don't take that we don't take it serious until it is serious, until we get,
Yeah.
you know, a doctor's report that says this, you know, and then we take it serious. But I think we are now aware that, you know, we need to start taking it serious at a very young age.
Yeah, it starts when you're young. It just when you go 40 and 50 years old is when it shows up.
Yes.
All that you've been doing your whole lifestyle.
Yeah.
And you know, what really made me do my research is studying. It's almost like when you put gas in a car. I'm not putting that in my car. Why? Because it makes your car last a little longer if you put the right gas in.
Yes.
What's that gas that they don't put? You don't want to put
Well,
in your car.
we don't use that E10 or all of that. We use, you know, 100%. You know, that's what we put in our vehicles.
Yeah.
You know, so
Well, I look at every bite that
got
you
premium and all of that.
every bite that you take has got to go through the process of the digestive system. Got to go through the blood. Got to do everything. It keeps the good stuff. Then, of course, the stuff it doesn't keep comes out in the stew.
Yeah.
And everything you put in your mouth has a purpose. And if we look at it like that, when I'm putting the scoop to my mouth or the fork up to my mouth, is what am I feeding?
Has an effect. Yeah.
Everything has an effect. If it's too much salt in it, if it's lead, poison, in whatever's in there, if it's pesticides, if it's too much sugar, it's affecting your body some kind of way.
Yeah.
And getting people aware of what they put in their bodies, just as much as they don't want to put the wrong gas in their car, or they do, you know, the things you do to other things. You don't think about your body.
Yeah. And, you know, listen, while in this cave, these are the things that God is dealing with us about and revealing to us, you know, and, you know, you've been, you know, and I don't know if, you know, I want to call it a burden, but maybe so.
Yeah,
a burden
yes.
To, you know, for people, you know, to help them eat right, you know, so that, because that lengthens your lifespan, you know, and all of that. So you've got something that, you know, we're in the process of getting ready to do. And basically this is kind of the beginning of it, because you said, hey, I want to talk about food first.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
I want to just, before we get in the kitchen, pull out the pans and the utensils and all of that stuff like that, I want to talk about food. So this is what, you know, this is about tonight, you know, and I love when you were explaining to me today about, you know, the first thing I believe people should understand is that it's okay with the way that you're eating, and let me see if I say this right, because there are substitutions that are more healthier, you know, than maybe what you're eating.
And it doesn't,
you know,
really take away too much of the taste, but it's giving you why. The purpose of eating is whenever you go to the doctor's office and they take your labs and they say you're low in this, or either they're take your labs, say deficiency of something. But the main thing about it is, say you have RA, you have arthritis, whatever, they're going to give you a prescription. And with that prescription, it's supposed to be for temporary to solve, it's treating it, but it's not solving the problem. And the whole goal is this here is swiping out foods that will help you, so you can temporarily be on a prescription, but you can get off, because every prescription you take, it shortens your lifespan in the end. So what we're doing tonight is saying what we can do to keep the flavor in your food and still enjoy some of the foods you love.
Yeah, and so you know you'll have to explain that, because you know you'll have people that hear that and they'll get just frantic. What?
Well,
you know, and
whatever pill you take, it's really a lot of synthetic, a lot of things. It will help.
And it's side effects.
Yeah, side effects. Most every pill has a side effects.
Yes.
And when you take a medication, it's supposed to be for temporary until you change your lifestyle.
Yes.
You know, it's like a process. The doctor's saying you got cholesterol, you got something going, they'll put you on a cholesterol pill. But with the mistake people are making, they're like, oh, I can take a cholesterol pill and I can keep eating what I'm doing.
Yes, okay.
That's the problem
that
people having.
But that's not true.
You know, the pill is really supposed to be for temporary until you change your lifestyle, until you do things better, so the doctor can take you off the pill.
Yes.
But if you stay on that pill year after year after year,
on your internal organs.
Yes.
Certain bodies. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So they did a study on just a few pills that people were taking. It's not, one, I forgot the name of the pill that someone was taking, but it says you get 14% more of your mortality if you stop taking this medication. They're starting to talk that way now.
Yes.
They didn't used to.
Yes.
But now they're starting to say that the pill have so much side effects, even though it's helping the situation at the moment.
Yeah, that particular situation.
Yes.
But it's causing another
Yes,
situation.
it's causing something else to happen.
Yeah.
So today we're going to talk about healthy cooking and baking swap, things that will still make your food taste good. And, some of the things that we cook, you really can't tell the difference that we swapped anything. It depends on what it is.
Yeah, depends on what it is. Okay, let's do it.
Well, the different categories that we're going to talk about is first I'm going to name all the categories that we're going to dive into. And
what's the title of this?
Swapping guide. It's a swapping guide. Anybody want a copy of it? I can give them a copy of.
Okay.
Healthy
cooking and baking swap
guide. It's letting people know you can keep your recipes you've been doing. Yeah. You just swapping out recipes. Because it used to be when we first started eating this, we thought we had to just throw everything out.
Yes, I remember.
I do
remember.
Solids.
Yes.
And so it wasn't many people that we knew.
Yeah.
Of course, you can Google,
yes.
Watch stuff like that, but no one we could touch.
Yeah.
None of our friends.
Yeah.
No one was eating right.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the point of eating right, we didn't know where to start.
Yeah.
But it was me and you. It was our daughter.
Yes.
And we just was trial and error, just figuring things out.
Yes.
But we didn't know that we can eat the same foods we're eating, but find alternative food to take the place of, if it's milk. If it's regular milk, you can swap out with almond milk, oat milk, soy milk, so things like that you can swap out.
Yeah.
But you know what? I found out that the almond milk, soy milk tastes better than regular milk. You ever did a taste test on both of them and see the taste and the flavor?
Yeah. So if you're saying swapping out, so you're really not eating the same food. You're eating food. You're eating
That's for instance.
food in place of.
No, this instance you want to make some mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Well, instead of using regular butter, you use vegan butter.
Okay.
Instead of using regular milk, you're using the soy milk or the almond milk.
That's what I was going. That was my goal, to get you to that.
Yeah, you're getting the same food.
Yes.
You're still having the mashed potato. The hardest thing is macaroni and cheese. People love macaroni and cheese. So what you're doing is the swap. I don't care for the swap for the plant-based cheese.
Yeah.
But you can make cheese from scratch.
Yes.
So instead of making the macaroni cheese like you do the regular cheese.
And the reason why you're swapping the butter, you're talking about the oil
and the dairy.
And the dairy, and the reason why people who have RA and other different diseases, oil, it kind of messes with that system, so to speak.
Yeah, that's a swap. We'll get down to the oil. This here is the dairy. First thing, when you're plant-based, you don't have dairy.
Okay.
Dairy is really not good for you for the purpose of what they're doing to the eggs, what they're doing to the food is really not good for you because butter has milk in it. I think they do. The butter got milk in it. Butter has milk in it, and so the things they put in they're putting in the cows.
Yeah.
The stuff they shooting up cows with.
Yeah, steroids.
And steroids, things like that. The milk is just messed up.
Yeah.
First thing is everybody drinks, every cow, every dog, every cat, they drink their own mother's milk. We're humans, the only one that's drinking an animal milk. We're supposed to be drinking another mother. Yeah, we're the only one that does that. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. And so when we say swap out butter, it's more of the dairy part that's in the butter.
Yes.
And so, but when you swap out for vegan butter, then you're deeper than that. But we're going to go to the first thing.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
We won't go deep on some of the stuff that I'm talking about.
So instead of the, you have on here the non-dairy milk, okay, instead of the cow's milk.
Yeah, you do almond milk, there's oat milk, there's soy milk, there's coconut milk, there's cashew milk, and there's hemp milk.
Okay.
All different kinds of milk that you can do. But it's gonna go. It's the dairy. It's the butter. It's the heavy cream. You know,
Okay.
substitutes when recipe asks for heavy cream.
Okay.
There's a substitute for that. There's egg substitutes. There's sugar substitutes. There's meat substitutes. There's all kind of veggie. Most of the last three on here is talking about the different meats. So I'm gonna go through each one separate, but I'm kind of going through what swapping is.
Okay.
The sugars, that's the big one.
Yes. Yeah.
Sugars is a large one, and then the grain swaps and alternative rice.
Okay.
So, and then different types of seasonings and things you can do to. Usually, when I'm cooking, I'll add series, you know, and say what alternative can I use instead of this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you don't have the sheet, you can always ask Siri, what's a healthy alternative I can use instead of using whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, when I'm making cookies, instead of using milk or instead of using butter a lot of times, or instead of using even oils, I use applesauce. I'll use the chickpea cans,
Yes.
which you make your own chickpea from scratch. You're supposed to make your own chickpea from scratch, and the juice from the chickpea, you can use that in place of even egg replacements.
Yeah.
So it's different things on here you can use.
But you're going to have with the sessions that you're talking about doing, are you going to make for people who I guess that want it? Are you going to make this substitution, this swap guide? Are you going to make it available to help people? How are you going to do that, or are you just going to walk them through?
I'll do
Maybe.
both.
Okay.
I'll
okay.
walk them through, and they'll.
Because
I'll
one of
give
the things
them-
that I realize is that what a lot of people lack when they talk about changing their diet, you know, going from you know this way of eating to plant-based, vegan, whatever, they lack the community that will help them.
Yes.
The information and the community that will help them. And what I mean by that, walk with them, not just tell them, but walk with them step by step. And so that's what you are, preparing to do, right?
Yeah. So what I'm telling everybody to do, even if you had this guide right here by itself, and you're getting ready to make a cake, or you cooking a dinner, like you just say you're having, what's a good dinner most have? Well, we use mashed potatoes. Most folks have mashed potatoes. Even potato salad. We use potato salad. Instead of using, we do the potato salad exactly the same. Instead of milk, put on potato salad, we'll use the soy milk or we like the almond milk better than any of them.
Yes.
And then I think coconut milk was another good one too.
Yes.
So you use one of those for the milk. For the egg, there's it's called black salt.
Okay. Yes.
It got a smell to it like
Yeah.
like
I
a boiled
love it.
egg.
Yes, I love it. Yes.
Smell to it. I don't know why they call it black salt, but this one here is pink.
Yes.
And you just sprinkle some of that on it, and it gives you a feeling of the egg.
Very little too.
Very little. It's very salty.
Yes.
But you can use that in place of salt.
Yes.
And when you put that on it, it's a smell of an egg.
And I know when we made our potato salad and everything, and we used that, oh my world. If you just love the taste of that egg, most people do.
Yeah.
In that potato salad.
Yeah.
That will give that the potatoes, being half crushed and with all your onions and
You do
all of
everything
that
else the
stuff in
same.
there. Yes.
Pretty much everything else is the same for potato salad. I think what most people will probably say they miss will be the egg part. But when you put the salt part in there, that black salt, you really don't miss the taste. The taste is still there. You still put the celery in there. You still put everything in there. There's your potato salad.
Yes.
And then you add mustard for color.
Yes.
I do mustard. I
Yes.
just love the flavor that mustard gives to potato salad.
Yes.
And most folks
Yes.
think they do that. And do salt and pepper. There's your potato salad there. So whatever you're cooking, you don't have to. I think the main thing people probably, I want greens and green. What are people putting in the greens? I don't stop cooking regular food
ham
for
hocks,
so long.
bacon, and all.
Yeah. So what we'll use would be liquid smoke. We'll use some soy sauce and things like that. we spice it real good with cayenne pepper or pepper flakes. And
Very little.
Very.
See, you can tell she likes her stuff a little spicier than I do.
Just very little.
Yeah.
And then you can put red cooking wine in there,
Yes.
and it'll give it that kind of with the smoke.
Yeah.
And
that
then
flavor.
with the pepper and
Yeah.
stuff in there, it'll give you like it's a meaty flavor to it, just like
Yes.
there's meat in it, but there's no meat in it.
Yeah.
But you still don't lose the flavor.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So it's really keeping the food that you eat
Yeah.
and learn how to swap out ingredients. And one thing about eating the way we're eating, you actually use more seasonings than you would normally do,
Yes.
because you have to use the seasonings to get the more flavor that you would need.
Yeah, yeah. And you know the good part about this, you know, kind of a pause to let them know the results for our life.
Yeah.
You know, our last doctor's appointment, which was about a month ago now, maybe. Yeah, I think it was a month ago, 3 weeks ago. You know, and our labs came back and all of that. And listen, we are in good health.
We are
You know,
really,
to be our age, we were told that, wow, you know, I mean, it was just good. I was a little low on vitamin D, you know, and just a little iron. Other than that, you know, they said, man, you know, you are in.
Yeah, and so you're taking a vitamin D supplement, D3, and you're taking an iron.
An iron supplement, yeah.
You know, it's not going. I'm not saying that this swapping out take a little time.
Yes.
It's not going to be easy at first because we're so used to doing things one way.
Yes.
And you know, and the good thing about it is your palate will start changing. I'm not saying the flavor is going to be exactly like you used to it, but it's so similar. It's so
It'll be so close. Yeah.
that you really are not really going to miss it. You know, versus eating something bad.
Yeah.
And you'll feel happy and excited to know something's good is going into your body.
True.
There's another one that's really hard. Sugar's in everything.
Yes.
And we're studying on rice. We just named some things that does turn to sugar in your system. Eating rice, white rice, turns to sugar.
Yeah.
You can still eat some of these things here, but in moderation.
Yes.
Maybe once every 2 weeks, or maybe something like that. But as soon as sugar hits your digestive system, it turns into sugar. But the way to stop the process of it really spiking up for those who have diabetes and things like that, they can eat some fiber. Make sure that with the sugar, eat fiber, eat other foods with it.
Yes.
You know, and make sure it's. I think one guy asked the question, when should you eat each part of the food to make the sugar not spike?
Oh, wow.
It was like, just put it all on your plate, eat like you would normally eat.
Yeah.
You know, and because, some people, and I used to, like rice by itself.
Yes.
You know, but the sugar is a big part. And if I'm making a cake or something, the sugar I would use would be mainly my to-go sugar is coconut sugar.
Coconut sugar, yes.
And then there's let me name all the sugars they have out there. They have coconut sugar, maple syrup,
Okay.
date sugar.
Yes.
They got, I've never tried, I do have the dates. It's called can you pronounce that? Mid-Joel?
Mid-Joel. I don't know.
Mid-Joel.
Mid-Joel dates.
It's dates. It's a really big giant dates. They're really nice and sweet.
Okay.
Molasses, raw honey, monk fruit, and stevia. I don't really care for any alternative sugars like stevia and things like that. I don't really. Some of them they say it's good, some of it's not, because usually it leaves like a little bad taste. If anybody use stevia in their sugar, in their teas and things like that, it kind of got a little bad taste at the end of it when you aftertaste to it, and then agave and things like that. So when you use coconut sugar, you really making cookies. You really can't tell the difference between regular sugar.
Okay.
And sometimes these sweeteners that we're using is a lot sweeter.
So it doesn't take as much.
Sweeter than most sugars that we have. So you don't have to. I'm not saying not use sugar, regular sugar, but these other sugars are a lot better. What they're explaining about sugar is our body needs to have sugar in it.
Okay.
So if you use just a little bit, but see, we don't have restraint. We don't know how to use this a little bit.
Yeah.
We want that
Candy
that
taste.
Yeah, it's like you have it. You like sugar and rice.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Some folks eat sweet rice, and some people put salt in their rice. So the people who use sugar, are in their oatmeal sugar.
Yeah.
The main thing is making your palate change so you don't want that extra sweet.
Yeah.
Where you load, especially in teas and things like that.
Yeah.
You load all the sugar in there, because you want your food to taste very sweet.
Yeah.
So you can get your taste buds changed by just putting a little sugar,
And then
enough to change it a little bit, get a little sweet, not
have this sugar, what it does to you.
it spikes up your oh my God, it does a lot.
Yeah.
It spikes up, especially people who have diabetes. It does a lot. People know that it's not good for you. They used to say that sugar is almost bad as crack cocaine.
Yeah.
People get addicted to sweets and sugar.
Yeah.
And sugar is in every single thing.
Well, when
I mean, everything.
I used to, I think I had 3 spoons of sugar in my coffee,
Yeah.
And I didn't realize, I remember when we went on a fast and, of course, during the fast, I stopped drinking coffee, but I remember getting a massive headache, and it was all contributed to that sugar, and once I stopped the sugar, then all of that, it went away. But sugar does, and I know that we don't, have enough time tonight to go into a lot of the details of what some of these things do, and the reason why you should, opt to a, more healthier diet is because of the effect of some of these things that we're talking about have on our body, have on our cardiovascular, our heart, our blood vessels and all those different things like that. But, there's a why behind it. It's not just about, I want to change this for the sake of changing. No, I want to change because, we want to live longer.
Yeah.
And this is how, so.
And you age quicker when you're not eating right too. But the biggest one now is the meat part.
Yeah.
I think that's the one that people struggle more than anything. They gotta have the chicken.
Yeah.
They gotta have their.
Yeah.
And most people I talk to saying, well, I don't do red meat. I don't do this. I don't do that. But I do chicken and I do fish.
Yeah.
Well, it's meat.
Mm-hmm.
It's really. I think you had talked to somebody about that. What makes the meat really bad is the stuff they're shooting up in the meat.
Yeah.
Steroids and the
farm-raised chickens.
Antibiotics and stuff.
Back in, when we were younger, we had chickens. Chickens were regular sizes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Regular sized chicken, so regular sized chicken leg, it wasn't shot up with all of this stuff. Now, you get a chicken leg that look like a turkey leg.
Yeah.
And that's because it's been, shot up with all of these things to make it look big. And I mean, there are videos out there that show you what they're doing, and then you're consuming that.
Yeah, and
and it's getting into your body,
steroids.
and then it has this effect, and then here it is years later, this is happening, and this is the reason why, and a lot of things they know, a lot of things they know what they're doing because it's all about the shelf life.
And then
they're
shoot
concerned
up too,
more,
so the weight, you pay more because of the weight of it,
they're concerned more about, the shelf life than your life, and so that's the why behind it. When you want your life, you want to live the longest, healthiest life that you can.
Yeah.
It's not about living long. It's about living long and healthy.
And it's knowing what you're putting in your body. I love what we're doing. We're researching everything.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
We research what we put in our bodies. You need to know because it's like you go to the hamburger restaurant and order hamburger. There's no ingredients on it, so you really don't know what's in that meat. And most of that meat is not even hamburger meat.
Yes.
And then they talk about a plant-based meat. It's made in a
lab.
laboratory.
Yeah.
That
don't be
meat
fooled.
Is worse.
Yeah, don't be fooled.
It tastes good.
Yeah, it's the reason why they call it a Beyond.
Beyond. Yeah.
A Beyond burger.
That meat is. There's
I'm
not
just
one
saying.
piece of plant nowhere in it.
And we told somebody about that. We first found out, oh man, they got plant-based burgers and this, that, and the other. We were all excited, this, that, and the other. And after we started looking into it, we were like,
Yeah, the ingredients is terrible.
okay, there's no plants in there anywhere.
There's nothing.
You know,
The ingredients,
and
almost stuff. It was terrible. It's worse. You might as well eat meat if you're gonna eat that. They give it some kind of way.
It would be safer.
Some kind of way they gave it a taste. The stuff they shoot up in there to make it look like meat.
Yeah.
So we don't eat that meat at all.
So listen, you all can tell there's a lot that, I believe that this is going to be very interesting, very informative and educational, and hopefully inspiring.
Yeah, the best video to watch is What the Health.
Yeah, yes.
I think we watched that, and first time we watched it, that's when we changed it almost 15 years ago.
Oh, yes.
Here's the meat we eat. Instead of ground beef or chicken, there's lentils.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying there's chickpeas,
Mm-hmm.
black beans, and kidney beans, and a lot of these things here, but we'll get more into the other meats we have. But a lot of these things can make, if you do the ingredients right, you can make it look like taco meat.
Mm-hmm.
You can put it in, taco shells, and you really can't tell the difference on what the meat is. There's another one called soy curls.
Yes.
And that's your favorite one.
That's
soy
my
curls.
That's my.
I think you made some sloppy joes with soy curls.
I can do chopped up brisket. I can make it look, because the texture, and then what I season it with and marinate it in. We did a what was it? The what you call it with chips?
You talking about? I didn't think myself.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah,
but I can do a lot.
Yeah.
With those soy
Nachos.
Nachos.
Yeah.
Do a nacho that'll just blow you away.
And we
Philly cheese.
We did a
steak.
taste test with people who eat meat, and they didn't even know that they was not.
Oh, you remember that family function we had?
Yeah.
And they didn't know.
They were eating our stuff
and
versus the real.
They ate it all up. But
yeah.
And it's because it was not only good, but it was healthy. It was good for you. It wasn't going to do anything bad to your body. You have to worry about the digestive part.
Yeah.
Messing you up and all of that stuff.
It's very clean and very.
Yeah.
Now here's one. Tofu is another one.
Yes. Love tofu.
You can make it taste like chicken.
Yes.
So it's a way you can.
Yes.
So we'll cook some of the things to show people how to.
And everything that we're talking about, we're gonna cook every one of these things that we're talking about, and even
they had
the cookies.
Maybe eventually we'll have a class for audience. Well, when we cook something, they can taste it.
Oh, yeah.
We can have a taste TV where you put it to the TV and let people taste
Lord
it.
Jesus.
But yeah. And then Tippet is another one.
Taste TV.
They have a thing called Taste TV where we be making up stuff and you show it from the TV and you eat it for them instead.
Oh, okay.
You eat it for them instead.
Okay.
You kind of explain what it tastes like.
Yes.
But that's hard, when you really want to taste it yourself.
You want to be lying.
Tippet is another one. It's another type of. It's really a soy.
Yeah.
A soy type meat.
Yeah.
Soy curl and tofu is really one of our biggest. But here's another one called seitan.
Seitan.
And that is the one you make meat from scratch.
Listen, the process, and I will tell you, the process
4 hours.
is a long process, but the results is phenomenal.
Only thing that you can't eat all the time.
Yeah.
Because of the gluten.
Yeah.
You're making mock meat gluten.
Yeah.
And that's how you make the seitan meat.
Yeah.
But once you make it, you can make it taste like chicken. You can make it taste like steak.
Yes.
Depends on the texture that you're using for it.
Yeah.
I think I'll do that one probably maybe. God, I haven't done it in a while.
You remember the ribs that we did out of those?
Ribs. They are really
those ribs were good.
Good.
Now we were in Harlem. Remember?
Yeah.
When we went to New York. And we went to that mother and son had a restaurant. The line was around the corner.
So good.
But oh my world.
Yeah, you can make it taste like there's no way when you taste it you'll know it's meat. It's amazing.
Because you have to cut it with a knife, just like you
everything. The taste was so similar that one person asked me, well, well, it's going to taste like meat to you because you hadn't had meat in a long time. No, we tried it on people who ate meat, and we did not tell them that it wasn't meat.
We have kids that do not lie.
Yeah. So after I told them, they was really shocked.
Yeah.
The taste was so, man, it amazed me when I made it.
What would you say then? What would you say? Okay, no, I'm not going to get off.
No, go ahead. You know, go ahead.
So what would you say to someone that is expensive?
It's actually cheaper.
Okay.
Because if you've seen the prices of meat now,
Okay.
it is terrible. We decided to go look at the meat the other day. Oh my God! We had meat.
We used to pay, $11 for.
God, it's a lot.
It's like, $30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're talking about eating the way we eating is a whole lot cheaper because you don't have to buy meat. You're making, you're getting ingredients to make it, but
you just have to take the time.
it's just time consuming, and that's why you prep.
Yeah.
You prep your food early and do it in advance if you want to. But they got on here, and I probably would tell people to take it off this list, but I'm keeping it on there because sometimes that Beyond Meat and that Impossible Burger.
Yes.
For beginners, I would say.
Yeah. Using the crumbles,
because the store has in the frozen areas has all kind of frozen plant-based meat.
Yes.
They call it plant-based meat.
Yeah.
But it's good every now and then. But you can't eat that food like you would do normally
because it's still processed.
Yeah, it's processed food, and that's what's hurting people too.
Yeah, processed. Yeah.
Processed food is full of all kind of bad ingredients.
Yeah. Once again, it's full of preservatives, things that's going to
shelf life,
and let it stay in the freezer for a long time.
And,
all of that stuff.
They said anything in a bag, a can. It was like 4 of them. A bag,
a can, and a bottle.
Anything that really anything that you have to buy at the store is already made. It's really not good for you.
Yeah.
We need to go back to home cooking.
Now, what did you say when we were shopping today that you wanna also implement into what you're talking about doing as far as when it came to the ingredients?
I was showing people how to look at ingredients, and
Yeah.
really the quickest way about it is anything has more than 2 ingredients is really not good for you, because what they'll say on there, they'll say sugar on there, but then they'll put the word sugar in another form where you don't know it's sugar. That they have other names for milk.
Yeah, fructose.
Other names.
And all
Yeah,
that.
it's other names. See, we know that word, but they have other names for milk that we don't know. I think one's called wheat. It's a few more names that they have on sugar, milk, because they don't want you to know what's in there. And they know we didn't take up chemistry. If I would known how the food was going to be right now, I think I would have took up chemistry.
Yes.
That way I have an understanding of what I'm putting in my body.
Yeah.
So if you can't read something, why would you put it in your body?
Yes.
So a lot of the stuff on here, it says you use Beyond Meat, Impossible Burger. Now walnut taco meat is good.
That was good. I remember when we did
Use
that.
the walnut mixed with mushrooms and mix it together with the ingredients and flavor. You can get it to taste close to hamburger meat.
Yeah.
So things like that.
I prefer, me, I want to go back to
Soy
the soy curls because
Yeah.
I can make that. I can chop it up as fine as I want. I can make it, anything I want it to be, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so, but the walnut, I remember when we did the walnut tacos.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah, it's
I
really
was
good.
shocked.
It's experimenting, and when we first started, it was depressing. We were very depressed because we had no one to talk to, and no one knew about eating right. So it's not in our
That we knew,
in our area, our surroundings that we were with.
Now I like the cashew cheese that you make.
That is good.
Man, you need to put a label on that and set.
I haven't tried it
really
with.
good.
It is. You know what? The taste is spicy and really good.
It's good.
It's almost too good.
It's good.
So I'm going to experiment doing a lasagna and nachos
And use that. Yes.
and different things like that.
Yeah.
and experiment with it, with your meat that you make, with the
Yes.
soy curls.
Yeah.
I bet they make a good taco,
Mm-hmm.
and different things like that. And then we'll talk about making your own taco shells too,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because that's a whole nother
Yeah.
show by itself.
You deep.
The, st-
Yes.
the stuff in the store. Oh my God. Okay,
Okay.
we're talking about rice. White rice is not really good because the arsenic is in it, and they said brown rice is a little worse.
Okay.
Rice is something you do every now and then, but not. But another thing you can take the place of rice is quinoa.
Yes. Kiwa's good.
And now I've never tried cauliflower rice, but I heard that was really good.
Mm.
You put
I've
cauliflower
seen
and chop it up the real little,
Yeah.
and you cook it just like you would do rice.
I've seen that. Mm-hmm.
I heard someone else. I haven't tried it yet, but I heard someone else said that it tastes really good.
I've seen that.
Yeah, you know, rice by itself. If you really eat rice by itself, it really don't taste good.
Mm-mm.
What
No.
make it taste good is and that's what we tell people about meat.
Yeah.
Real
The
meat,
seasoning is what.
steak. And you try to eat a steak with no seasoning, it's nasty. So so the same thing we're doing. We're seasoning the food up to make it taste really good.
Mm-hmm.
What is that mushroom that you know, fried mushrooms?
Yes.
What's the one that Suave is doing right now? The no. I can't think of the mushroom.
Yeah.
I can't think of it right now. But it's different types of mushrooms you can do. Polar belly. There's different types of mushroom. You can make those taste like meat too.
Yeah.
And those, when you flour real good, you flour it and do just like you would do meat.
And you know, also you can smoke these
Lion
things.
something.
Lion mane.
Lion mane. Yeah.
You can smoke this.
Yep.
You know, you can smoke mushrooms, you can smoke soy curls, you can smoke tofu, you can smoke these things on a grill, and that flavor is just out of this world.
So it's like we were saying, it's like regular meat without doing the smoke, you know, the adding the ingredients. Meat is nasty. So same thing we got to do with our mushrooms or fried mushrooms or whatever we're doing.
Yes.
We're adding the ingredients to it to make cause flavor.
Yep.
So
Yep.
let's see what else is on
Wow,
here.
wow,
We
wow.
have and another thing I would not. Okay, the other rice we get is called they got black rice, red rice, they got wild rice. And I use wild rice mostly. That wild rice is full of, it really comes with the black rice and comes with like 4 different rice all in one.
Yeah, it's
But
really
that's
good.
a really good one too. And go back to old school where barley, you know, you never hear things like that anymore, you know.
And you know, the thing about eating this way, you don't use a microwave either. I mean, that's just another deal. But
yeah, that, you know, the thing, and we all lazy when it comes to.
I'm just saying, you better leave that one alone. Yeah,
every time I use the microwave,
I've been
you
leaving
know,
people's microwaves
that's
alone.
not a good thing, thing you use. We'll get into that later because
we
really
get deeper and deeper.
Yeah, it gets pretty deep. As far as flour, because of the ingredients that's in flour.
Yeah.
But I do you can use whole wheat flour. But first thing is naming all the flours: whole wheat, pastry flour. I use mainly spelt flour. They come in.
That's what we do our pancakes with.
Yeah.
Man.
They got white spelt flour. They got whole spelt flour. I can't think of the other one that I use. It's like 3 or 4 different types of spelt flour you can use. It's almost like spelt flour. What's the other one I use? The wheat spelt flour. I can't think of the other one. But it's almost like using wheat flour versus regular flour. We come to the white spelt flour.
Okay.
And the I can't think of the other one is, but
Okay.
and then oat flour. That's where I really make my cookies with.
Yes.
My famous cookies.
That you were supposed to have been
They're
making
so good.
today.
You gonna make it today?
I thought you said.
I don't know. You gonna help me?
No. This time? No, it's too late.
It you know what? It doesn't take long to cook it. I use mainly oat flour for my cookies. Almond flour is another one that I really use. I don't use coconut flour as much because coconut got a little bit more. I love coconut flour, but you can't use it with everything because it gives that little coconut taste to it, which you don't like coconut. I made it one day with those cookies, and you still it's got a little coconut.
Yes.
What I'm trying to say,
Flavor.
a little flavor to it, like coconut. And so there's one recipe I use coconut in, and they knew that you weren't going to taste the coconut in it.
Yes.
But if you're trying to
Because
make
of the
cookies,
other
something,
stuff,
it won't
yeah.
change the flavor of your cookies. What is it called? Tapioca starch. So it's giving you different types of starches you can use versus the regular starch that we use. It's arrowroot. That's the main one I use. So different starches you can use instead of regular starches that we use.
Yeah.
So there's swaps for those two. Now the brown rice flour, I probably would not use. They got rice flour and brown rice flour. I probably won't use that because of the sugar that they say in rice is.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be an alternative, but still sometimes you got to watch the alternative foods too.
Yes.
Because if you're not supposed to eat,
And that's why it's good to be in a community with people that can give you some information, you know, a little bit more, a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
Because everything that's out there that's saying that it's
okay,
is
and
okay.
it's really not.
okay.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, just like they, you know, led us to believe, going back to the meat thing, you know, this is healthier when, you know, in reality it's not so.
So when you change out flours, especially when we're talking about spelt flour, the other one's called sprout spelt flour. And then there's, I believe there's a brown spelt flour. When you change, especially the white spelt flour, you can't tell the difference with your food by using white flour and the white spelt flour. There was no change in taste.
Yeah.
I didn't taste anything. Texture's the same. It's different. You know, it wasn't different. Now we use oatmeal flour. There's certain flours. Of course, when we do regular flour, we use it for everything.
Yes.
But when using for alternative flours, oat flour I mainly use for cookies and sweets and maybe cake.
Yeah.
Spelt flour can use pretty much use for everything if you want to.
So what is it you use to make the crust?
Spelt flour.
The spelt
white
flour.
spelt flour.
Yeah, I love it.
So, like I said, it didn't change the taste of crust. It actually made the crust taste better. Because the regular flour has gluten in it and all that in it. And this is how you make the gluten seitan of flour. You're rinsing the flour out of the regular flour. You're rinsing the white part.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother thing. I watched the whole process of making seitan meat.
Yeah.
It's really taking all the gluten out
Yes.
or something like that.
Yeah.
That's another whole video right there. Now, the thing about the oil, you're talking about oils area, there's nothing wrong with olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and avocado oil. The problem with oil is when you heat it up, that's when it lets out a toxin into your body.
Yes.
So you're really not supposed to eat oil under heat.
Yeah.
And so, but you can put it over your salad. You can, most folks use oil for their salad dressing, things like that. You can do that.
Yeah.
It's just when it's heated up. Coconut oil, grapeseed oil, and nut butter, and you know, some things when they said add oil, you can actually use butter instead. They said add oil. A lot of times I use chickpea juice from cooking chickpea and the juice from a chickpea.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's egg replacement, and sometimes used for oil replacement.
Yes. Yes.
Or you just use water.
Yeah.
You know, because you know one thing about when you're sautéing your onions, you know, the difference with oil and water, you got to make sure that you got to keep adding water to it so you don't burn your food.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because some people do, you know, just don't want to use oil at all. Which me, I'm the ones really don't like using oil at all for anything. Actually, maybe every now and then if I want to put a little bit on my salad or something like that. But most of the time, I don't use oil at all. Okay, where are we at? Where are we at?
Sodium alternative.
Salt.
What is that? The thickness? Oh, you already talked about that.
Yeah, the alternative binders to thicken food up is starch, cornstarch.
Yeah.
You can use cornstarch or you can use arrowroot powder, or either. That was another one that I use. Agar. That's more like a when you're making what's this jelly beans.
Yes.
To thicken up the gel for jelly beans, things like that. I've got it, but I got the recipe to make jelly beans, but I just never made it.
Oh man, speaking of beans, chili beans with those soy. Oh my god.
Yeah. Alternative. Instead of meat for the chili, we add in the. They have another name for it, but it's chopped up soy curls, and little pieces to.
Yeah. It's another name they call it, but that's what it is.
Yeah, to replace the meat texture that's in chili beans and things like that. So
And use it for fill-in as well.
that's a good word for fillings.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when you're making chili beans, it's crushed up hamburger meat, chopped up very small. So you really can't tell the difference in the taste when you're doing it that way.
Or the texture.
Yeah, it's just so good. You just don't even, with all the seasonings added to it and all the stuff there, you really don't know the difference. Now, table salt, we don't use, there's a controversy with salt, iodine salt, sea salt, or which salt should you use.
Yeah.
Regular salt pretty much raises your high blood pressure if you use it a whole lot. What we use is Celtic salt and pink salt. What's the other word for pink salt? I can't think of the name of it. Himalaya salt. So those two are really good salts to use. And then I have a, what is that grass called? Seaweed salt. Which the seaweed salt is really mixed with sea salt and seaweed.
Yeah.
And so I sometimes use that. But any other salt, I don't really trust it, because and some people say some salt is synthetic, so it depends on the brand that you're using. So that's one lady said on one of the research, when I was researching yesterday, she said, spend money on your stuff. Don't try to be cheap. If they say oatmeal, try to get the most nicer oatmeal, because if they're saying oatmeal is good for you, they're not talking about the cheap jacked up oatmeal. You know.
Yeah.
Read the ingredients. It's things like that. So I said, where are we at? I'm going. Of course, you see, I'm going through real fast with a lot of these things here. What we're going to do is we're going to let's talk about bouillon cubes. Okay. They have a vegetable one. It's almost like a vegetable broth. Okay. But you can make homemade vegetable broth. And they have cube bouillon. But then I'm kind of careful of the processed foods of bouillon. Yeah. What ingredients is in it. Okay. So a lot of times, if I don't get the pure vegetable broth they have out there, but you can make it homemade broth by adding all kind of vegetables to the water, and then cook it until you got a broth. Yeah. We don't use, of course, most folks use chicken broth. Instead of that, we use a vegetable broth. And most of the time, if I don't have the broth, I'll season water. And because all broth is give you liquid for your food and kind of put a little flavor to it. Yeah. But they do have some clean bouillon out there, but you have to be careful with that and making sure it's not loaded with a lot of ingredients. Yeah. And that's of course, everybody put garlic, onion powder. They got fresh herbs, seaweed flakes.
Italian seasoning. Italian seasoning.
Yeah. If I was going to buy ingredients, I would buy the one ingredients and make my own blends. I think making the pre-buying ingredients is already made with blends and all. You still don't know the salt intake. Yes. Salt in it. At least you can know what you put in your own food.
Yeah. True that.
So that's just some of the things that we are going to be doing.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting.
I think
it's going to be interesting, especially when we get down to, cooking, and taking them step by step. Yeah. On how to do it. And so I'm ready.
That's what I'm saying. When we're talking about spirituality, we're talking about church, we're talking about being all God has called us to be. No one talks about the health part.
Very few people. Very few.
He wish of all we prosper being in health. He's not so prosper. And sometimes we get the spiritual somewhat together. Every conference is focused on how to get your gift going, how to do this, and 3 steps in doing this. But we're big. We're heavy. We're out of shape. Yeah. And if the anointed one was wanting to use us, we really can't. Overweight is not good for your heart. No. It's not good for your legs. And this is why people have arthritis. Yeah. Arthritis go way back. We were talking about earlier, a lot of diseases that we have started when we was a kid. Yes. Eating the wrong food. It's just when you turn 40 and 50, it shows up what all you did. Yep. And because most folks thought rheumatoid arthritis, they thought it was an old folks pain, disease. I guess you want to say. But it's just stuff shows up, like breast cancer. It starts early when they was young. The
Yes.
breast cancer was on its way.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
it just don't happen all of a sudden. It's all that you've been doing all those years.
Yes.
But then it's not too late. You can change your diet and change all that.
Amen.
So,
Amen.
this is pretty cool.
That's a lot.
It is a mouthful. It's
Yeah.
a lot, but you know, I have I'm not a totally expert in all this. You know, I do what I can,
Yeah.
but like I said,
Come a long ways.
well, you'll be 62 this month. We're 62. I'm going to say you
are.
If you're in the month of 62,
Yeah,
you're
right.
already 62.
You are 62. I'm 61.
You know, you want to live long. You want to be able to run. You want to be able. So we, you know, along with eating right I do. Of course, you do a little bit more. I do. God, the highest I did was yesterday was like 15,000 steps.
Yeah, that was.
Which that's about 4 miles, 5
we went
miles
down
a day.
to Bricktown and walked.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that. Yes.
Yeah, and then it depends on. It's amazing how our steps are not even. You know, if I can walk the same places you walk, and your steps will be more than me, I guess then my legs are longer
Because
or
your
something.
legs are longer.
Long legs. So
Yeah, I'm taking more steps than
yeah,
you are.
that amazed me right there. So, but it's then doing resistant training. You're doing resistant training more.
Yeah.
What it is as we get older, our bone mass leaves,
Yes.
and we got to do resistant training to get that mass to
Keep it firm.
Yeah, keep it firm and keep your body in shape.
Yes.
Because you don't want to, because you know, you've seen people when they turn 50 or even 60 years old, you know, they're on a cane
Yes.
or they're in a wheelchair because they have not been
And that's
moving your body. You got to move.
That's what I do not want for either one of us.
Yeah.
You know, for us to get to this age to where, you know, I got to push you in a wheelchair. You got to push me in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
all of that. No, we're not. No,
Yeah.
we're gonna walk
Yeah.
upright and straight until the
Yeah,
last day.
You know, you know, and when you run, not do hard run. You don't do slow run. As long as you're running,
fast walk. Yeah.
fast walk, or if you're gonna jog, do a jogging where you can still talk.
Yes.
You know, if you jog and you out of breath, you know, and you can't talk, then that's not good.
Yeah.
That's really not good.
Yeah.
And so we do planks. We try to do a lot. You know, to try to. We kind of give ourselves weekends off.
Yes.
And now the weekends off, I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you used to walking 10,000 steps up to 15,000 steps a day.
But it feels good when you get up, you know, in the morning, you know, and you're not having, can barely get out the bed.
Yeah, you know, people
all of
used to
that.
say that a long time ago. When I'm 40 years old, man, when I got to bed, hang my foot over, I just got to make sure you know, that's not really a funny
At
thing.
40, that is
40 and 50, you waking up, that's arthritis because your body
It's
has
inflamed.
not been
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not talking about moving on a job. I'm talking about making a purpose of, you can Google, I'm 60 years old, what exercise can I do? And they got like 30-minute, 20-minute exercises.
When you see people who you can't tell if they have an ankle or, you know, a knee or whatever the case may be, that is, their body is inflamed.
Yeah.
And it's inflamed for a reason, you know, and know that that's not God's plan.
Yeah.
You know, if Jesus came healing the sick, then that lets us know part of God's redemptive plan was our health.
Yeah.
You know, and he went about, you know, healing diseases, you know, and all manner of sickness, raising dead and all of that. That lets you know that because, you know, why wouldn't he include that in the redemptive plan when he created us? And what he created was a healthy, you know, being. That's what he created.
Yeah.
Adam was healthy in the garden. Eve was healthy in the garden. Yeah.
God, if we get hold of that food.
Oh, my
That's
God.
the most nutritious food you never
Yeah,
had.
most definitely. And you know, I did some research on that, and you know what they called it? They say this is the definition, or this is what the name of the manna was. When they looked at it, they said, "What is it?"
Yeah.
So that's what they
And they had research too, with all the ingredients was in the manna.
It was.
I'm gonna pull that up.
Oh,
Someone had the ingredients for it.
It was
and it's
enough
healthy.
it supplied everything that they needed to survive. Listen, for 40 years.
But they wanted the meat.
Yeah. Yeah.
They wanted the meat. They didn't want. That's a whole.
Yeah.
That's a whole teaching by
They,
itself
they,
on
they,
that
they,
one.
you know, they died of old age.
Yeah.
They didn't die of sickness.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that. So I don't want a sickness to take me out.
Man, it's certain bad foods that trigger things in your body to cause pain in your body,
Yep.
cause things to happen. And I think if we all will research our own bodies, stop being so spiritual
That's
all the
a
time.
word.
It's
Yep.
because this is really spiritual.
Yeah.
We need to research our own bodies. We need to find out what are we putting in our mouth every day. Don't take nobody's word for it. This is your body. I don't care what the doctors tell you, what report you get. There's a way out with food, the right foods.
It is.
And if we understand that, then we can't just be, you wonder why the whole family got the same disease. Because the whole family ate the same thing.
Same diet.
Yeah. So it's really good. And we have a compassion to let people be aware that it's dangerous now than it was a long time ago.
Oh man, it's really dangerous now because there's
It's
so many
it's bad.
lab-grown salmon and they making
Oh, they're
everything in the
doing a
lab
lot of
now.
stuff.
And we just have to really be careful.
Every person you hear got cancer. Something's happening.
Yes.
And so, what's the word I call it? Is you having your life insurance. I don't mean death life insurance. I meant
Death insurance.
No, having this insurance like having a life insurance.
Oh yes, okay.
It's having an insurance
Yes.
on yourself to know, because if you're not eating right, it's like a Russian roulette. You don't know when death will hit you at your door.
Yes.
Now we can't get too spiritual to the point where I know I'm gonna live because I got the power. You know how we do. You know you're gonna live because you know you're doing the right thing.
Yes.
I want to have insurance on myself. Now I know paid, y'all. I'm not talking about the paid insurance. The eating right give me my insurance that I'm gonna live.
And assurance.
And then people say, you know what, we all gonna die one day, but you know what? You could be 20 years in a wheelchair. You could be 20 years with no legs.
Yes. That's
it-
not living.
The life that you're living, you want to live it joy. And I got to work on the sleep part because you need at least 6 to 8 hours sleep at night.
You do.
Because that helps the digestive system on that part there.
Yeah.
And your mental capacity need to be pretty cool too. Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, you got an earful tonight. We're talking about health. Yes, we are in the cave.
I'm so sorry. I
about-
wasn't even looking at my phone. This is Donna's back on here, Donna Roberts.
Oh.
Hey.
Yeah, she be missing y'all.
I've just been going and not paying attention to who's on. Good to see you on again.
But yes, we are definitely, this is a journey that we've been on for a while.
We've been on a while, and we're learning more.
And we're learning more and more and more. And all the information that we have, we want to be able to give it because we know that there are people out there that they want to, but they don't know how.
Yeah.
They don't have the community. They don't have the information and all of that. And so we want to create a space to where they can come and get that information.
Yeah.
Now to get it, is one thing, but to use it and do it is another thing.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to motivate, encourage you to do, is to not just listen to it.
Love yourself. Enough.
Yes.
Love yourself enough. To, and if you go back
and love your spouse enough too.
Yeah, go for your relatives.
Yes.
And see what did they die of.
Yeah.
What sickness did they have?
Yes.
Or how long they lived, and if they did live, how were they living? Were they in a wheelchair? Were they walking?
Yes.
Were they and just and I go back in memory lane. Oh my God, I'm thinking my mom and dad would still be alive right now. You look at the symptoms they had.
Yes.
It was something very not to me. It was worth something you can fix.
Yes.
The Bible talks about we suffer for lack of knowledge.
Yep, we do.
So.
Yes. Well, listen. I don't know. You don't have a date on it yet, right?
No, we're probably in the next couple of weeks gonna go ahead and we're probably gonna do podcasts on talk about it. Then we'll probably do some cooking.
Yeah.
And we'll maybe a podcast talking about what we cook.
I think we want to go a little deeper into some of this, explanation and all of that, and then lead up to, you know.
And
get in the
sometimes
kitchen.
as we're cooking, we can do some talking too.
Yes.
Because sometimes with just information, I'm a sight
Visual.
person,
Yeah.
visual, and I like to see, you know, what someone's talking about.
Yeah.
And I think we're probably doing back and forth doing
Yeah.
both of them.
I think that's
to
good.
help, you know.
I think that's good. So.
She said we're making her hungry.
Oh, wow.
I am glad you're on.
Definitely, definitely. Well,
Yeah.
until next time, we will see you guys. We love you all so much. Keep us in your prayers. We'll pray for you. And once again, if you have any questions, you have any prayer requests, please put it in the comments and trust us. We will definitely pray. We won't say we will and won't. We will. Okay?
And
Well,
I'm going to see if I can put a copy of this on. We used to know how to do it on Facebook.
oh, yeah. I still know.
Let's see if we can still know how to do it. I'll copy this so you can print it out yourself.
Okay.
This is called the Healthy Cooking Baking Swap Guide.
Swap
I know that
guide.
swapped them
Baking,
out.
healthy cooking and baking swap guide. Okay, camera woman.
Camera woman. I'm the camera
Yes.
woman for the day.
All right. We'll see you all later. Hey, listen, if you don't have a church home, tune in the morning at 10 o'clock, this same platform. And guess what? We're just going to show up to give God glory. All right. Bless you. See you later.